Hey guys, this is Stinger from the Ghost Squadron Airsoft team, and today I'm going to be doing a review on something that I should have reviewed a long time ago. My gloves. So, I've become kind of known by my gloves, as has Killer. They're yellow and black, like a Hornet or a bee, which kind of fits my namesake, Stinger. And because they're pretty much the only thing that you see of me, besides probably some of my arms, or me from the view of another camera, on another person, that's the only kinds of things that you see of me in our Airsoft gameplay videos. A lot of people have come to recognize me by my gloves. Same thing with Killer, his are red and black. And so I hear a lot, just, you know, look for the guy with the yellow gloves, or things like that. And so these have kind of become iconic of me while I'm at Future Ball. They are, of course, the Mechanix Wear M-Pact 2 gloves. And these are seriously the best gloves that I've ever had for any form of anything from dirt biking to mechanics work, like the thing that they were made for, working on engines and other things like that, to Airsoft. They are not very good for cold weather conditions because they're rather thin. They're meant to breathe easily, so they don't hold much heat in at all. But I've done dirt biking, mountain biking, and of course Airsoft with these gloves, and they have been very reliable. In fact, this pair right here is almost 3 years old. I've been using it the entire time, and you can see it's well worn, but it's still solid. There's no holes in it, and I of course have my backup pair right here. So let's get started with the review. We have an elastic cuff on the bottom, which also has a hook and loop closure, also known as Velcro, to help hold the gloves onto your hands tightly. Now, this rubberized piece here should have been held down like that, but on both of them, the adhesive for that failed. And what that tells me is that this is just an area that is commonly broken here. I can now do that with them for fun, not really. But that is one downside of these, is that has failed. It's not like it really protects you too much. The rubberized padding here is good if you're dealing with sharp objects that could potentially poke through that point into your wrist. So that is one negative point on this. Moving on, we have this molded TPR pad here on the top of the hand, as well as on all of the fingers here. And that helps from sharp impacts, and it definitely protects you from the pain of airsoft hits. I've been hit in the hands a lot, and I'm sure that this has saved me lots of times from having to deal with pain from those hits. Moving on, we have this accordion style padding up here, which is good for the same reasons as the rubber. It is of course not as protective against sharp impacts, such as maybe needles or sharp objects you might have when you're working on a vehicle, when you have sharp pieces of metal around. But it is good for stones and sticks. If you happen to land on them with your hand, this will definitely protect you from that. Now, on the palm, we have a Clarino palm with EVA rubberized foam padding in these points here. That Clarino thing that I said was a form of synthetic leather, which is very good for the palm since it needs to be a flexible area, but it also has to be a protective area because it's very high wear in the palm here, and so that's an area which is exposed to a lot of stress and a lot of abrasion, and reinforcement along here is good. As you can see, they are also anatomically cut, so it folds easily and moves very well. The padding does not extend over the entire palm, but it is cut out in areas that need to bend, so that's good if you need to have dexterity with your hands, which in, of course, mountain biking, dirt biking, and airsoft situations, you do. There is also a soft Kevlar pad down here on the heel of the palm. That's another high wear zone, and it's reinforced just to ensure that you don't wear through the glove because it's such a high wear zone. On the fingers, we have rubberized Clarino Zeus, which, as you can see, I've worn it down quite a bit, but it's very sticky and it's good for grabbing onto things. It gives you another level of dexterity and ensures that you don't lose your grip. It's on all the fingers as well as on the thumbs. So the rest of the glove is basically just this form of synthetic cloth, which is very strong, very resilient. As you can see, I've torn it up quite a bit, and I have yet to tear through it in almost 3 years of use. So those 3 years of use can definitely attest to how good these gloves are built. Mechanix gloves are world renowned for their resilience and their high strength. They're of course used in pit stops all over the place, as well as by active duty soldiers in combat. That's how good these gloves are made. So that can definitely attest to the strength of these gloves and the reliability of these gloves. So when these eventually wear out, I'm going to upgrade to my second pair. And after that, maybe I'll get some Oakley combat gloves. But that's going to be in a while. So, I am very pleased with these. They haven't failed me in any regard, besides the fact that maybe they aren't very good in cold conditions, but of course they're not made for that. Other than that, these gloves are great, and I would recommend them to anyone who wants a soft-knuckled glove. I prefer soft-knuckled gloves over hard-knuckled gloves because they are quieter. They don't make noise when you tap them against things like that. At least not lots of noise. There is some noise, of course. Soft knuckle gloves also have more movement. One quick thing I forgot to mention is that these gloves are machine washable. So, if you want to clean them, go right ahead. So, that concludes the review, and I will see you guys next time. There and there. Hop! Here. Hey, this set up. We got it! Yay! Go, go! There and there. Okay. Stay.